So by now, we are all in a situation where we understand the financing of the car, right? You went to the bank or you went to the dealer, and then the dealer started negotiating the financing for your car. You said you are fine with 12%, or you're fine with the balloon payment, or they will say residual. Always remember that when they use the word residual, they are still referring to the balloon payment. So now, most of us who don't have a history of having our own cars, or who don't have people close to us to give us advice regarding having our own car, is that there are things that we don't think that they are going to be with us for the rest of our lives, or the ownership of the car. And to give you an example, I think having a car is like being a parent. I'm on my late 20s and I still call my mom still to this day. So there are things that you must always make peace with, or you must make peace with, that as long as I have a car, these things I will have to take out money and pay for them for the rest of the existence of my life and the car. So yeah, 5 things that I want to share with you today that you must always remember, that when you have got a car, you're going to pay for this thing for the rest of your life. Number 1, car insurance. Obviously, this is a short-term policy. You can always jump in from one service provider to the other. It's a short-term insurance. So which means that at any given day, you can decide that, I don't want to continue with this service provider. I want to get another one. Maybe the reason for that is because maybe you want a better premium, or maybe you want a better access, because I think those are very fundamental or key component of evaluation when you are having or you're starting into the journey of having your own car insurance. Now, when it comes to car insurance, I think there are 3 things that you must always remember. Number 1 is the premium. So this is the money that you're going to be billed every single month for you to be able to be covered by the insurance, right? And obviously the insurance is going to send you a schedule, to say that this is what your cover is going to be about. This is what we're going to cover you for. This is what we won't cover you for. That is very important, as a matter of fact. You need to understand what the insurance is not going to cover for. So most people, they just say, oh, I've got a car insurance. No, that's not how it should be. You must always know what your insurance is covering you for and what your insurance is not covering you for. Because when you are now in an incident, or now your car has been bent, or your car has been stolen, you need to know what is the next step concerning your insurance. So that's very important. And for me, maybe this leads me to the point that I always advise people. Guys, when you receive your policy schedule of your insurance, make sure that you go through it. Make sure that you read it. I know you're not a lawyer. I know you're not, maybe you can say, I'm not trained to read insurance policies and all this type of things. But I'm telling you, it's very important for you to know what is it that you're being covered for and what is it that you're not being covered for when it comes to car insurance. Number 2, when it comes to car insurance, is that there's something called prorata. So what this means is that if you join the insurance maybe on the 26th of the month, and obviously, you're already in the middle of the month, and maybe your policy says that the insurance is going to charge you 800 Rand per month. Obviously, the insurance is generals. They come to you to say, you know what, your policy started later, so we're going to charge you for this month 250 Rand, and then the next month you're going to go back to your normal premium. That's important. Now, excess. This is important because access is the money that you will need to contribute to your incident or to whatsoever has happened. So let's have an example. You are doing your normal day-to-day job, and then someone bumps you, or you bump someone, right? Now, the insurance will say to you, we understand that you were not at fault, but for us to be able to repair your car, we need you to meet us halfway. Now, when it comes to accesses, I have realized that most people, they don't go through their policies, because when I checked my access, there were additional accesses. This is the most important part about the insurance policy, because on the additional accesses, they will state that if you drive, for example, between 12 o'clock midnight and 5 o'clock in the morning, we're going to charge additional access of 1.5. If you are below 25 years old, we're going to charge 3.5. Then whatsoever they would have stated in your policy. So what does this mean? This means that it's their standard access, let's say 3,000 Rand. The additional access, it means that they will have to add from the standard access. So if it's 3.5 standard access, they are going to say plus additional. So which means that you might find yourself in a situation where maybe you're paying 8,000 Rand excess. Remember that. Number 2, tracking device, especially if you live in South Africa. I don't know in other countries. You are going to pay for a tracking device for the rest of your life. You know, there's so many service providers you can choose and pick, or pick and choose from the variety of options that are available. You know, you can decide, I want to use Cartrack, or do I want to use this, or do I want to use that, or do I want to this, or do I want to use Tracker. It's available for you. But in most cases, most of the service providers, in terms of the car insurance, they will say that when your car has a tracking device, maybe that will influence the premium that you're paying monthly. Important. Motor vehicle disc. This you're going to pay forever, whether you like it or not. The Department of Road and Transport in South Africa, they really make sure that every 12 months you need to have that 560 to be able to pay. It depends on the cars. I really don't know the standard that they use to be able to determine how much you need to pay. But I know for mine, I drive a Polo TSI Comfortline 2018. I paid the last time 560 at the South African Post Office. This one, maintenance plans. Before I go to the maintenance plans, there are 2 companies in South Africa that have disappointed me when it comes to their service. And if they are watching this video, please guys, fix your services. Motorite and Motovibes. These 2 companies, they really frustrated me when it was time for me to be able to make a claim. So guys, please, if you're watching this video, fix your claim policies. You really frustrated me. You really did. I would not have said it on this video. You frustrated me. Please fix your maintenance plans. You see, now almost became angry. Okay, so now when it comes to maintenance, one thing that you must always remember is that when the car is still new, or you buy the car, a brand new car, it does not have maintenance plan, but it has got warranty. Now, the warranty covers 2 components of the car, which is the mechanical part, or the mechanical components, and the electronic components. You need to make sure that you read the booklet that came with the car to be able to understand which components is covered, because the warranty does not cover everything on your car. So you need to understand what are the mechanical components and what are the electronic components which the warranty has covered. That's very much more important. Now, obviously, you know, the maintenance plan, it's something that if you take up this option that you want to extend it, so which means that you're going to get a service provider that's going to provide that for you, meaning that, you know, it's going to come as a policy as well to say, we're going to cover your wider blades, we're going to cover your brake pads, we're going to cover whatsoever they would have said, right? It's going to be stipulated. We're done with the maintenance plan. So the maintenance plan covers for the worn outs of your car. That's very important. Now, I'm going to the car service. Guys, this one, you know, it's it's very important that you understand this one, because when it comes to a car service, we've got a minor service and we've got a major service. Now, some cars, they come in a package like this, so they will say to you that you have got 3 years to service your car, right? Or that 3 years, they'll say 3 years, or for the 5,000 kilometers, whatsoever comes first. Underline that. What does this mean? This means that if the kilos come first, you're done. So if the 45,000 kilometers come first, it means that you're done, right? Now, you need to decide, how do you continue with the servicing of your car? Because one thing that I've realized is that what makes the car to have longevity, if you want to enjoy the car for long, especially if it's a car that you want to keep, you need to make sure that you regularly service your car. And obviously, you know, there's a schedule where they will say, you know, between 0 to 15, that's a minor service. Between 15 maybe to 30, that's a major service. Between 30 to 45, that's a what service. And then the next service is going to be on 60, the next service is going to be on 90, the next service is going to be on 105, the next service is going to be 130. There's those intervals. Obviously, you will have to familiarize yourself with that. But one thing that really is very important is that you must always make sure that you have an idea about how you're going to go with all of this, because in most cases, after 3 years, if the car is brand new, most of these things have fallen off. The warranty has fallen off, the service has fallen off. So you need to decide, how am I going to continue to make sure that the condition of my car is still something that I like, is still something that I enjoy. So please let me know which one speaks to you. And if you like these videos, please like and subscribe. Cheers.